Okay, what I got for you guys today is part 21 of my movie collection update stuff. Trying to position this so there we go. Okay, so I can have cases stacked up over on the side here without knocking them over. There, that should be good. Up first for today, we have Finding Nemo Blu-ray DVD combo, collector's edition. I think I have like 5 or 6 copies of Finding Nemo at this point because I think I have 4 DVDs and plus the Blu-ray and the Blu-ray special feature disc. But yeah, I think it's a really good movie here. We got 100 minutes runtime. I think it originally came out in like the early 2000s, or there, like 2003 thereabouts, 2003, 2004. It's rated G. The Blu-ray release is from 2012. So that's cool. Next up, we have Finding Dory Blu-ray DVD combo. This one I think I have 3 copies of. 2 DVDs, a Blu-ray and a Blu-ray bonus disc. This one is 97 minutes, I think. Yes. It PG, and the Blu-ray came out in 2016. I think the movie itself was 2015 in theaters. So, yeah. Yeah, here's the back of the case, the front. Cool. Next up, we have Finding Neverland with Johnny Depp, Kate Winslet, Julie Christie, and Dustin Hoffman listed on the front of the case here. Okay, those are the names that I recognize on the back as well. This one is PG, 101 minutes long, and came out, not sure when this one came out, but let's see. I think it's a slightly older title. Came out at least after Curse of the Black Pearl, so around there. Early 2000s, maybe 05, 08, somewhere in there. Next up, we have 5 Feet Apart with Haley Lou Richardson and Cole Sprouse. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo. I had a previous DVD, so I have 2 DVDs and a Blu-ray for this one so far. I want to try and get the 4K Blu-ray combo as well. Yeah, I don't recognize any of the other names on the back here, but I do recognize one of the other actors' faces. I recognize this guy from a few Disney Channel shows. It's PG-13 with 116 minutes and came out in 2019. And I want to say that Dylan and Cole's, or Dylan's or Cole Sprouse and Haley Richardson play. I want to say they have cystic fibrosis. They both have cystic fibrosis, and so that's why they have to be 5 feet apart from each other, or they could have life-changing repercussions in a bad way. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty fun, or not fun, but a pretty good story. Enjoyed the movie. Oops, what's this? Next up, we have Katie Holmes in The First Daughter. The girl who always stood out is finally getting a chance to fit in. First Daughter's about president's daughter, fictional president. Samantha McKenzie is who Katie Holmes is playing. Now, and to my knowledge, I don't think we've ever had a President McKenzie, but said president is played by Michael Keaton. This one is PG. Came out in 2004 and is 104 minutes long. And it's pretty funny. It's a good one. Kind of a light comedy, as opposed to like a dark comedy. It's just a bunch of cheesy fun. Next up, we have First Man, about the moon landing. The Apollo 11. We got Ryan Gosling and Jason Clarke. In here, and those are the names that I recognize anyway. And it's PG-13, came out in 2018, and is 2 hours and 21 minutes long. Next up, we have First Sunday. This is another one that has Ice Cube in it, like the Are We There Yet and Are We Done Yet movies. He's also in what is it? The second and third Xander Cage Triple X movies, where Triple X is like a 007 spy ranking. Got Regina Hall in here as well. And it came out in 2008. It's PG-13 and 98 minutes long. I haven't watched this one yet, but it looks kind of interesting. It looks funny. So yeah. Moving on. Next up, we have Flight 93. This one is set on 9/11/01. 4 terrorists wanted to turn Flight 93 into a weapon. 40 brave passengers and crew stopped it from reaching its target. Flight 93 is gripping from the very first scene, according to the New York Toilet Paper Times. It's rated PG-13. From 2006, the movie came out, and the runtime is somewhere. Okay, I'm not seeing a runtime for some reason. I don't recognize any of the cast members' names. Okay. I don't want to spend all night trying to figure out where the runtime on that is. All right. Next up, we have Flight Plan with Jodie Foster. This one looks like it came out in 2006 on DVD. It is 98 minutes long and PG-13. And in addition to Jodie Foster, we have Erika Christensen, Sean Bean, Peter Sarsgaard. That sounds familiar for some reason. And yeah. And next up, we have Flyboys. This is the collector's edition. It has a box that seems to be identical to the case itself. So let's see. Includes 5 exclusive collectible cards, which are kind of seen on the back right here. And let's see. We got James Franco in here. His is the only name that I recognize on the back of here. It's PG-13. Came out in 2006 and it has a runtime of 139 minutes. Okay. Next up, we have the original Footloose with Kevin Bacon, John Lithgow. And it is impossible to learn the Footloose dance by watching this because they don't do the entire dance in the movie. I know because after I finished watching this, I pulled up the line dance instruction video, and most of it is in the movie, but not the entire thing. So, yeah. Came out in 1984, is PG, in 107 minutes. This is one that I want to get the 4K Blu-ray combo for as well. I already have a DVD and a Blu-ray DVD combo for the 2011 remake version. This one has Dennis Quaid in it as one of the parent figures. This one is PG-13. And like I said, it came out in 2011 and is 113 minutes long. One thing I like about this version is the girl who plays Ariel in it, Julianne Hough, is still attractive, whereas the girl in the original is about 40 years older. Okay, well, next up we have Forces of Nature with Sandra Bullock and Ben Affleck. Right here. Came out in 1999. It's an hour and 46 minutes in PG-13. And Ben Affleck and Sandra Bullock's names are the only two that I recognize on the back of here. So I'll have to check it out to have more to say on it at a later time. Next up, we have Forever My Girl. And here, Blu-ray DVD combo as well. Or this is not a Blu-ray DVD combo. I had the pre-existing DVD and then got the Blu-ray. Yeah, it's rated PG from 2018 and 108 minutes long. I don't recognize any of the names on the back of here, but I think I've seen it once or twice. Once quite recently, at least part of it. Then we got Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is a classic Tom Hanks movie. Not much more can be said about it than what has already been said on several occasions. It's a great movie, very quotable. That's all I have to say about that. And it's PG-13 with 1994 an hour or 141 minutes long. This is another one I want to get a 4K of. I have a 2-disc DVD, a 2-disc Blu-ray. I imagine it would follow suit with a 2-disc 4K, with a 4K disc and then a 4K bonus disc or something, or maybe a Blu-ray bonus. Not sure. Then we have Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon in Four Christmases. Right here. Who else is in this with them? Jon Favreau and Robert Duvall are in here as well. So is Tim McGraw, Christian Chenoweth, Jon Voight, Sissy Spacek, and well, those are all the names that I recognize. That's a fair few, actually. It's PG-13. Came out in 2008 and is 88 minutes long. And it looks like I'll be watching this closer to Christmas time this year. Next up, we have The Fox and the Hound 20th anniversary. I do have the second one as well, but no longer a case for it. But here's Fox and the Hound 1. It's rated G. Has a DVD release of 2006. But probably came out before then if the would have had to have come out like earlier than that, like in the 80s if 2006 is its 25th anniversary. I want to say like 1981. And it's 83 minutes long. I've seen it a handful of times when I was younger, but I would need to give it a rewatch to have up-to-date thoughts on it. And up next, we have the original Freaky Friday with Barbara Harris, Jodie Foster, and John Astin, or Austin, however it's pronounced. The original Gomez Addams in the black and white Addams Family series. That guy. 2004 DVD release, but I want to say it came out in like the 70s or 80s, something like that. 98 minutes, rated G. I do have the Lindsay Lohan Freaky Friday as well. And when we were going through the horror section, we saw that I have Freaky, the slasher version of Freaky Friday. I have not gotten Freakier Friday yet or the 2018 musical version, but this is the only regular Freaky Friday movie that I have the case for. So there we go. Yeah. Next up, we have Free Guy. I was a big fan of this movie. I thought it was really good. Very creative video game world. Fun cast. Never really a dull moment, honestly, in this one. We got Ryan Reynolds, Lil Rel Howery, Taika Waititi, Jodie Comer, and we got a PG-13 2021 release with 115 minutes. Lots of fun, including Star Wars and Marvel ability cameos with a Captain America shield and lightsaber, and I think giant Hulk fists at one point too. And very cool, very cool. I really hope they make a free guide too. That would be awesome. Next up, we have Frequency with Jim Caviezel and Dennis Quaid. There was a show with a female-led cat, or like where Jim Caviezel's character was gender swapped and still communicating with her deceased father in the past, which I thought was pretty good. I think it ran for one season. But I haven't been able to find that show anywhere since it concluded. This one's PG-13. The movie is PG-13. Came out in when did it come out? Looks like early 2000s, maybe 2000, 2005, somewhere in there. And 119 minutes long. And yeah, it's a good one. I would need to give it a rewatch to have more up-to-date thoughts on it than just it's good. It's a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. So it is a good movie. The premise on the front here says a son's only hope to stop a murder is the father who's been dead for 30 years. Yeah. Next up, we have Frosty and Frosty Returns. I gave thoughts on these fairly recently when I did my 31 on 31 in December of 31 on 31 Christmas movie ranking. So just a brief reiteration on the runtimes and whatnot. We have for the original 40 minutes from 1969 and safe for all ages. So basically a G rating. It doesn't actually have a rating on the case anywhere, but it definitely would be rated G. So, as would the Frosty Returns, which has, which I think this one has both the original and Frosty Returns, and combined they're 70 minutes. So I'm guessing that just Frosty Returns is half an hour. It'd also be rated G like the other one. Frosty Returns, it looks like, came out in 1992. So, cool. Next up, we have Frozen 1 and 2. I also have the Frozen soundtrack and Frozen 2 soundtracks, which was in my music album portion of my showcase here. I have the sing-along edition DVD, a regular DVD, and a DVD Blu-ray combo pack for the first one. So I already have 4 copies, and I want to get the 4K Steelbook. Same with Frozen 2. That one I have 1 initial DVD and then DVD Blu-ray combo, so I have 3 copies of that, 4 counting the soundtrack. But yeah, both are rated PG. This one came out in 2013. This one came out in 2019. The original is 102 minutes, and the second one is 103 minutes. And both of them have really catchy songs in there. I'm really looking forward to the third one, which I think is supposed to either come out this year or next year. So I'm excited to check that out when it finally comes. Next up, we have Galaxy Quest with Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, and Alan Rickman being three of the notable people in this. I also have Sam Rockwell, and those are the four names that I recognize. And it's PG, came out in 1999, and it's very Star Trek-esque, very similar setup to Star Trek, kind of a Star Trek spoof, and it's an hour and 42 minutes long. Next up, we have Garfield, the movie. This one is from 2004. It is rated PG and 80 minutes long. Bill Murray's the voice of Garfield, which I think that's a great fit for Garfield. Definitely has great comedic timing. Jennifer Love Hewitt is in this. Yeah, that's that one. Next up, we have the new Garfield movie, the new animated one, the Garfield movie with Chris Pratt and Samuel L. Jackson playing a father-son duo, not father-daughter. We got Chris Pratt, and this giant cat is Samuel L. Jackson right here. I want to say, Ving Rhames from the Mission Impossible series is in here as well. So is Nicholas Hoult. And apparently Snoop Dogg. This one is rated PG and is 101 minutes long and just came out a couple years ago in 2024. And yeah, lots of great humor. It's on point humor. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyable. Next up, we have Memoirs of a Geisha, and I didn't really know what to expect when I put this one on, but it's all right. I think I didn't quite understand it the first time around, so I'll have to give it a rewatch to see if it makes a little bit more sense on a second viewing. I don't recognize any of the cast members, but it has a John Williams score, and it's PG-13. Came out in 2007 and is 145 minutes long. Then we have Gemini Man with Will Smith v. Will Smith, where Will Smith goes up against a younger version of himself. Benedict Wong is in here from the MCU. Clive Owen is also in here. It's PG-13. Came out in 2019. It's 117 minutes long. Next up, we have Howard Hawks' Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. This is a Marilyn Monroe movie from the Marilyn Monroe The Diamond Collection. It came out in 1953 originally. Was renewed in, I guess I don't know if renewed is the right word. It says renewed here, but renewed in 1981, whatever that means. It's not rated. It doesn't really need to be, since it's from the 50s. Is in color and 97 minutes long. And Marilyn Monroe is the only character whose name I recognize, because I've seen her in a couple other things, including 7-Year Itch, which we'll get to later on in this section when we get to like the S titles. But yeah. It features Marilyn's signature rendition of the hit show tune Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. Next up, we have Get Smart, the movie, with Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Alan Arkin. This one came out in 2008, is PG-13, and 110 minutes long. Seeing if I recognize any of the other cast member names. Terrence Stamp is in here as well. Okay. And that's all the names that I recognize here. Alright, I'll have to check it out some other time. Next up, we have Matthew McConaughey and Jennifer Garner in Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. I want to say Emma Stone is in here too. Yep, sure is. And Michael Douglas. And this one is PG-13 as well, 100 minutes long, from 2009. So, yeah. Kind of a funny rom-com type movie. Lots of good humor in there. Kind of suggestive humor, but it's romantic type suggestive stuff. Next up, we have the 1997 World Animation Celebration Awards winner, Ghost in the Shell, right here. This one is 82 minutes long, not rated, contains violence, strong language, and nudity, and parental discretion advised on here. And I think I've seen about halfway through it. And I liked where it was going. I just got sidetracked having to go somewhere when I was watching it and haven't put it back in since. One I have seen all the way through is the live-action Scarlett Johansson-led version of Ghost in the Shell. And in Taylor Swift's song Ready for It, Taylor wears an outfit like this. Or one of the two Taylors does, at least. Because there's also another one, or a second Taylor in that video. Taylor Swift. Both of them. Scarlett Johansson is the only character, the only name that I recognize on the back of here. Although this guy with the weird things on his eyes looks familiar. I just don't know his name. His real name. But this one is PG-13. Came out in 2017 and is 106 minutes long. Next up, we have Gifted with Chris Evans, McKenna Grace, and Octavia Spencer. being the three names on the front of the case that I recognize. I don't recognize Lindsay Duncan's or Jenny Slate's names. But this one features Chris Evans being McKenna Grace's uncle, and she's a child prodigy with advanced mathematical abilities. Came out in 2017, 101 minutes long, PG-13. Great movie. Next up, we have Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins. And Snake Eyes was a bit more talkative in this than he is in either of these. So it's like, why is he so much quieter in the other two G.I. Joe movies? And in this, he's like, talk. But I think this is still a pretty good origin story, I think. PG-13 came out in 2021. Samara Weaving is in it. Hers is the only name I recognize from on the back of here, though. It's 121 minutes long. Yeah. I don't have anything negative to say about it, per se. So, next up, we have a 2-disc digital copy edition of G.I. Joe Retaliation, or G.I. Joe The Rise of Cobra, my bad. I also have G.I. Joe Retaliation right here, but we'll get to that in a second. Here, Snake Eyes is taking a vow of silence. I think I ended up. I think I. Let's. Yeah, I think I may have thrown away one of the discs because it was just a digital copy disc that wasn't usable. But I do have a DVD of this as well. This one's PG-13. Came out in 2009. It is 117 minutes long. We have Christopher Eccleston, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Channing Tatum, and Dennis Quaid all in here. And the case itself does look different from the slipcover, so take that off for a second. Here's the back of the case and the front. Yeah. Lots of fun ninja action. Next up, we have G.I. Joe Retaliation. This one has Bruce Willis, Channing Tatum, Dwayne Johnson, and what's her name? Ray Stevenson's also in this. And I recognize one of the female characters, but don't fully know her name. Maybe Adrienne Palacki. This lady. She played Agent Bobby Morse in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't fully know her actual name, though. But this movie came out in 2013, is 110 minutes long. This is a Blu-ray DVD combo. And this is PG-13. On the inside there. Before ending this video, I wanted to show the other three cases that I have on my desk pretty much full time. And they are Elizabeth's Gift, one of the cutest movies I've ever seen. This one came out in 2012. 86 minutes long, family friendly. I'd say G rating. And it's a very cute story. Kind of a sad story as well, but it's such a good story though. And next up we have The Big Bounce with Owen Wilson, Morgan Freeman, and Charlie Sheen. Right here. This is another one that's usually on my desk down in my room. PG-13, 88 minutes long. Came out in 2004. Yeah. And then last up for this video, we have Victor Crowley, which I think is technically the Hatchet Slashers series 4th installment, which means I have at least 3 other ones to catch up on before watching this. Looks like a pretty gruesome guy right there. As far as the cast goes, I don't recognize any of the names on here. Came out in 2017. It says it's not rated, but I think it would be much better suited for an R rating. And it's 83 minutes long. Like I said, I haven't seen this one, but it's with the oh, actually I do recognize one of the names on here. Kane Hodder was played Jason in the Friday the 13th franchise, and he's, I think, the guy that plays Victor Crowley here. Yeah, so I do recognize his name, but I didn't at first for some reason. But anyway, I'm pretty sure this is technically Hatchet 4, so I gotta try and find the first 3 before watching this one. And yeah, that is it for this particular video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.